Welcome to JavaScript course. Before we start writing code, let us go through some theories to learn what JavaScript is all about. What is JavaScript? JavaScript is a scripting or programming language used to create dynamic web pages and other software applications. History of JavaScript. JavaScript was created in 1995. It was developed for Netscape 2 and became the ECMA 262 standard in 1997. It is currently ECMAScript 2022 at the time of this recording. What can you do with JavaScript? JavaScript can be used to create dynamic websites. It can run on Node to build backend applications like REST APIs. With the help of frameworks like React Native built around JavaScript, you can create mobile apps. You can build other applications like games, servers, and many more with JavaScript. Why do you need to learn JavaScript? JavaScript is one programming language you can learn and use to develop applications for different platforms. JavaScript skill is highly needed to increase your chances of getting software jobs. Knowledge of JavaScript can make learning other programming languages easier. Knowing JavaScript can give you the opportunity to work in large companies like Meta, Twitter, Microsoft, NASA, Netflix, and many others. If you are new to this channel, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell to get new video upload from us. Alright, before we continue, let us quickly get a feel of what JavaScript code look like and what it can do. Here is my Visual Studio Code where I'm going to be writing all my JavaScript code. So if you do not have Visual Studio Code installed on your computer, let me quickly show you how to get it and then you can install it. Alright, here is my browser. You can do this with any browser of your choice. Now search for Visual Studio Code. Alright, hopefully the first search result is going to be what you are looking for. So once you click, here is the official page of Visual Studio Code. So because I'm using Windows operating system, this very large button defaulted to download for Windows. So if you are using other operating system, you can click on this arrow button and install for Mac OS, then Linux. So if you are using Windows, all you need to do is just click. Alright, once you click, you can install, and I already have my Visual Studio Code installed, so we can go ahead and start writing some JavaScript. So before that, we have to create a new file, and there are two ways you can do that. Either you create it from this very link here. Okay, let me increase the font so that it becomes very visible to you. Alright, so you can create it from this very link here, new file, or you click on this menu, on the file menu, and then on the new file menu. Alright, so this is a screen where I can write my JavaScript code. So now let us save this new file. You can either do the Ctrl S or the file save menus. So here I'm going to save my file as index.html. Alright, you can save it with whatever name you like. Alright, I think we already have the file. This is it. So I can open this file in any browser. Here I have Google Chrome, which is my favorite. You can use your favorite. So once I open this, as expected, it's going to be a blank page. So back to Visual Studio Code, let us write some HTML tags. So here is HTML, the body. Alright, so let's create some elements. So first, before we start writing JavaScript, let's even understand what we are trying to achieve. So first, we are going to use JavaScript to change the content of HTML elements. Alright, that's one. Then we're going to use JavaScript to change the style of HTML elements. Alright, those are the two things we are going to achieve. So first, let's get started. Now let's create the elements. We are going to change the style and the contents. So we are going to be using the h1 element, and the content is going to be hello world. Alright, hello world. So now let's write the JavaScript we are going to use to change the element content and apply some styles. So before that, let us also add a button. Say button, and the button should have a label. Click me. Alright, so now let's go back to our browser and see what we have. Alright, we currently have hello world and click me button. So once we click on the button, nothing happens. Of course, we've not added any JavaScript, so nothing will happen because we have not added any JavaScript. So before we do that, let us give an ID to our element. So let us call it the ID element. So here you can call it any name, and if we come back, still nothing is going to happen. So now we are going to bring in some JavaScript to change the content of our HTML element and also change the style of HTML element. So now, to write JavaScript within HTML, you write it within the script tag. So everything that we are going to be writing within the script tag is going to be JavaScript. So to do this, we first of all get document, okay, dot get element by ID. Alright, so the element we are going to get by ID, and the ID name is elements. So we do this elements. So now we already have the element with this line of code. So to change the contents of this element, all we need to do is inner HTML, and the content we are changing it to, let's say hello JavaScript. So we said we are going to be changing the content or changing the style on a click of a button. So to achieve that, we must put this line of code inside the function. So don't worry over this all these names, function and the rest. This is just for us to get a feel of JavaScript. So you are going to learn about function and other stuff that I've been mentioning, but this is just for us to get a feel. So let's continue. Now after I say function, then what's the function name? We can just say okay, let's just say effects. Okay, of course you can name your function whatever you like, so long as it is valid, that will be okay. All right, so we have a function named effect. So, and we want to run this function when this button is clicked. That is the click me button, when it is clicked. So we will have the on click event and we will run the function. So let's go back to our browser and refresh. So once we click the click me button, this is what happens. All right, let's refresh. The word changes to hello JavaScript. All right, from hello world, once we click on the button, it changes to hello JavaScript. All right, that is for changing the content of HTML elements. Now let us change the apply style. So what style are we going to apply? We are going to apply two styles. One is to change the background color and the other is to change the text color of this element, hello world. So I just copied what we currently have, because here we are still going to get the element, so I just make a copy of that. So now what are we going to do? Instead of changing the text, we are going to apply some style so to that same element. So to do that, we just say style and we are going to change the background color. Say background. All right, now what's the color? Let's change it to red, for instance. I think that will be okay. So once we refresh and click, look at that. So the text is changed to hello JavaScript and the background is now red. So let's change the color of the text itself. So all I need to do, I'll also copy this and remove all of this just to get to the point where we have a reference to the element. And to do that is also to use the style attribute here and say color, and now we are going to change the color to white. All right, so once we save and refresh, of course once we click the button, that is what we get. This is JavaScript, and this is one of the several things it can do. So I just want you to see this to really see how flexible and how powerful JavaScript can be to a web page and other areas where JavaScript can be used. Alright, this will be it. Alright, thank you very much, and do endeavor to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the subscribe button and the notification bell to get new video updates whenever we upload.